Hi Dad, this is a standing video, probably just about 10 minutes, working on building up some strength. We will be sitting at the very end, so again, helpful to be by a couch or a bed or something that you can sit on. So we'll be started in our standing position, mountain pose, evenly distributing the weight between all four corners of the feet. You should be able to lift your toes up, pressing into the balls of the feet and the heels. Run the shoulders forward, up and back. Nice open through the chest, feeling a lifting energy through the front of the body, lifting the heart center up and a grounding energy down through the back of the body. Pelvis tilted forward, low ribs hugging into spine. A nice strong position to start. And you will take a few breaths. It's beginning to engage the body. It's very active posture. Nice breath in. And letting it go. Another deep breath. And release. And then continuing. A nice steady and easeful breath throughout the practice. We'll use the breath to guide our movements. Starting with inhaling and lifting our hands up to the sky, and exhaling to release. Inhale to lift, and release. Inhale to lift, and extend the arms out to the side, holding them here. We'll take some wrist circles, and then switching direction. And then gentle arm circles, shoulder circles, pulling the arms forward first. And then backwards. You start to feel a little bit of heat building up in the shoulders. Stop whenever you need. And then on exhale, release. We'll inhale to lift and float down. Inhale to lift and extend out one more time, holding here. And then taking those arm circles again. It can be little or bigger, starting to build up some warmth in the shoulders. And then switching directions. Starting to feel a little bit of a burn. And exhale to release. Wonderful. Take some shoulder rolls just to work that out. Backwards, forwards. Then landing in a mountain pose, rolling the shoulders forward, up and back again, open through the chest, palms shining forward. Another deep breath in, and a deep breath out. We'll move through a little standing flow now, so you'll need a little bit of space. I'm going to do mine sideways this way. So we'll start again in mountain pose, inhaling to lift the fingertips up tall. Exhale, prayer hands through heart center. Doing that again. Inhale to lift. This time as we exhale, we'll cactus the arms, softening the knees and kind of lifting the chest up high, opening through. Exhale to stay. Inhale to lift. And exhale back to heart center. We'll inhale to lift the left foot up just an inch. And then on an exhale, step it back, finding our crescent warrior. Bending into the front knee, strong and stable through the back foot. Then working to stack head over heart over hips here, not leaning forward or back. Arms up tall. And the front leg can be as bent or as straight as you want. You can adjust your stance here, finding a version of this posture that's comfortable for you. You can also drop the back knee if you need to, or just hover it here. Just working to bend into the front leg until you start to feel some heat building up in that front bent knee. We'll inhale here, find a little bit length, and exhale to settle in deeper. Another inhale, and exhale to settle. We'll inhale again, and this time on the exhale, opening up to warrior two. So still extending the right knee forward, stacking it over the ankle. You should be able to see your big toe sticking over the front, sticking just outside of the front knee. And you don't want to let your knee knock in or out. Try to keep it all in alignment. A strong straight through the back left leg there. Arms extended out. And again, head stacked over heart, stacked over hips. You don't want to be forward or backwards. Just holding here steady. We'll inhale to lift the shoulders up and exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift them up. And release. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. We'll swing back to our crescent warrior. And then releasing the hands, stepping forward, taking as many little steps as we need to come back up to standing. And moving right into our victory pose, extending left leg out tall. Victory, you could be hovering just off the ground here, working to lift it as high as you can, engaging the core. A few breaths, nice and strong. A little bit wobbly, that's okay. Last inhale, and exhale to release. Good job. Give yourself a little roll. We don't want any lactic acid building up. Finding mountain pose, deep breath in. And exhale. And then we'll take the flow again on the other side. So starting in mountain, inhaling to lift the fingertips up tall. Exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Inhale to lift. This time lifting the right foot off the ground, hovering. And with control, stepping back to find our crescent warrior. Nice and stable here again. Really pressing through the back heel, pressing it towards the ground. This is where your stability comes from. Squeezing the thighs together, arms up tall. Bending into the front knee as much as you'd like. Get back knee up or down, depending on how you're feeling today. Nice and tall through the spine, lifting up through the crown of the head. A few breaths here, inhaling. And exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Another inhale. And exhale to hold. Inhale. And on your exhale, open up to warrior two. Spin around this time, left leg forward. Starting by finding the pose. Nice and tall through center. Gaze can be forward or looking over the front left fingertips depending on your neck mobility. Bending into the front knee, making sure that's tracking right over your ankle, not leaning in or out. Arms extended long. Inhaling, lifting the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, dropping down. Another inhale, and release. We hold it for one more breath, maybe sinking a little bit deeper. And then we'll swing back to warrior two. And then take little steps, as many as you need, to come back to standing. Moving right into our victory pose on this side. Right leg up as high as you can hold it. Engage the core. One more breath. And then release. Prayer hands to heart center. Another little shake. And then settling in. Big inhale. And exhale. Shoulders open and back. Now we're going to play with chair pose. So you can do this standing or seated depending on how you're feeling today. With chair pose, you're going to have your pelvis tilted forwards, low ribs tucked in, arms up tall, weight evenly distributed between the balls of your feet and your heels. Toes could lift up if you want. And then you sink back into a seated chair position, working to keep your chest up tall still, not leaning forward, like that. And then we'll inhale back up tall. For the seated version, when you exhale, we can sit down exactly into our seat, and then inhale back up tall. We'll go through a few rounds of this, either standing or seating, and you can kind of alternate as much as you'd like in between. Inhaling and exhaling to sink into chair. Inhaling back up tall, and exhaling to sink. Another version for your arms could be at heart center here. We'll inhale to lift, sit back in the chair. Inhale to lift. If you're seated, you can try hovering here as well. Sit back in the chair. Lift your toes up, really weight in the heels. Lift up just a few more here. Exhale, chair. Release a little deeper. Inhale up. This will be a last one. So if you're standing, we'll hold it. If you're seated, try hovering as much as you can for a few breaths. Letting the tailbone grow heavy, point towards the ground, chest tall. We'll inhale and exhale. If you're standing, sink a little bit deeper. If you're seated, try hovering. Another inhale. Exhale, hold. One last inhale. And then exhale to release. Coming back up to standing or sitting all the way down. Put your hands at heart center. And then we'll meet in a seated position if you're not there already. Start by just rolling out the ankles, rocking your knees back and forth. Last little section here is a bit of core work, doing toe taps. So sit at the edge of the seat, grounding through the sits bones. On an inhale, lifting your knees up tall, and exhaling to release. Inhale to lift, exhale, release. Working to start the movement through the core. There'll obviously be a little bit of rocking just because we're on a chair. Keep moving. Just engaging the core to lift and to tap down. Lift and tap. 3 more, lift. Tap, lift, tap, lift, and release. Great job. Folding over the knees again, maybe grabbing a pillow to put in between and relaxing down. If this doesn't feel good for you, then you can stay neutral with the spine. Kind of neck collapse, and you can fold over, giving yourself this gentle inversion with some blood rush to your head. And then very, very, very slowly we'll come back to a seated position, ending with our seated Shavasana. Shutting your eyes. Nice tall posture through your seat. Just taking a few closing breaths. Deep breath in, and exhale, release. Inhale fully, head to toe, and exhale, breathe it all out to close. You can blink your eyes open if they aren't already. Great job. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.